are over halfway through the regular season here in high school football. Can you believe it? Matt and Ian, you have a huge slate of games tonight.
Yeah, I can hardly believe it, right, Nikki? For most teams, 4 games down, 4 more to go. So now in the second half of the season, maybe playing for playoff seeding comes a little bit into discussion, Ian.
Yeah, Matt, and with our Touchdown 10, a game of the week, one team is not worried about seeding. Rush Henrietta, they want to go all the way, but had a tough game with Pittsford tonight. The undefeated Comets welcome in the 2-2 Pittsford Panthers, looking to play spoiler. And early on, the Panthers pounce on this game. RH scrambling, and Mikolash Vaughn with a heads-up play picks it off. He navigates through the offense and gets in for 6. Vaughn with a non-offensive score there. It would take a while for the Comets to get it going, but when in doubt, hand it off to Amani Wagstaff Jr. He wiggles and waggles through the first level, gets to the sideline, and somehow stays in bounds before diving in for 6. The Comets tie it up. All right, nearing halftime now. The Comets will go to the air this time. Mangione heaves it up into the night sky. It is lost, and they're tangled up in the end zone, but Noah Collins-Howard setting through traffic. He comes down with it. But hey, the Panthers defense has been good all year. They figured it out at halftime. Shut down RH in the second. James Kazakos with a great play on the ball here. Pittsburgh will score 28 points in the second half to upset RH 35-21.
Did not see that one coming. Now, how about another great one between Webster Thomas and Fairport? Thomas up 6 here in the fourth, and well, Michael Wells punches it in, shushes out the noise, but it's his home crowd, and they're loving it as the Titans go up 26-14. But Fairport, they're going to try to move quick. Sam Roselli, he's going to find Ryan Sullivan down to pick up a big chunk. Red Raiders need a quick score, though, so Roselli, a couple plays later, throws off his back foot, and it's Wells saying, I can do it on both sides, buddy. Thomas takes it. They move to 4-1 this season.
How about the Battle of Blue Devils? Brockport hosting Batavia. The road team, Batavia with a jet sweep here. Looks like a solid game, but Barker punches it out. Dylan Fitzgerald has it, and Bport takes advantage. Ensuing drive, Mason Scott takes a snap, fires a tight spiral into Hunter Morris, squeezing it through the door, and the Home Devils take a 21-6 lead. More for Bport. Wesley Childs gets a snap and is a man amongst Childs. That's not a word, but hey, Mason has rumbling, tumbling, and humbling the defense. Eventually gets dragged down, but would punch it in a couple plays later as Brockport hands Batavia loss number 1 on the season, 27-6.
All right, Spencerport and Victor both at 2-2. Winner looking for a winning record, and for Victor, Matthew Langan trying to get that done. The senior, the captain, paves his way in, extends the Blue Devils' lead in this one. But he's not the only back there doing things. Nathan Harris, another senior, another player who wants to win a second game in a row. All Victor in this one, saying hi to our camera there. But Spencerport making a comeback. Kendall Brinson forces a fumble. He's like, it's our ball, ain't it? It's our ball. Only thing is, it's Victor's win. Sorry, LeBron, 36-13.
Winless McQuaid hosting the 2-2 Aquinas Little Irish in a huge rivalry game. And what better way to get your first win than against your rival? Thomas Bailey gets a give, sidesteps, gets inside the 5-yard line. And if you watch any Knights game this year, you know they run on Bailey. He gets a goal line touch and gets McQuaid on the board at home. But listen, folks, one of the most electric running backs in the area is on the other side. Jeffrey Logan III finds the hole, runs towards the near side, but he's not satisfied with a first down. He's nearly dragged down, but number 15 stays clean. Aquinas gets their second straight win over McQuaid, 21-14.
All right, let's move on to Schrader hosting Olympia Odyssey. Just one win for the Warriors. But on Thursday, our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Robert Kenny, told us that is about to change tonight. Here's Kenny backing it up. The catch, the run, and he's in for the touchdown. Later on, the Warriors, they're going to be facing a 4th and 17, but they go for it on Greece's 34-yard line. Kalen Watkins airs it way down to Casey Pagano, sliding inside the 10 like it's home plate and setting up Liam Torpy to run on home for the homecoming win, 56-30. A lot of points today.
All right, and a great matchup in Class A. Hilton hosting unbeaten Brighton. The Cadets say, you know, we're pretty good too, guys. Matt Kozrick lays it up for Cooper Streb, and a great over-the-shoulder grab sets him up in the red zone. While Streb is the lightning in that backfield, and Tyler Rieger is the thunder. He gets the carry, and Rieger is shrugging tacklers off like it's his job. Takes a pack of Bruins to get him down, and they go right back to the well. Rieger is bigger, gets in there, bigger, gets it in there, and the Hilton Cadets have won 3 straight, and are the only blemish on Brighton's record so far.
All right, let's head to Arcadia and Irondequoit. First quarter, Eagles already up 16-0. They hand it off to Cooper Moore. He twists his way in for 6. you're going to want to learn that name. Eagles up 20-zip as Moore puts up more points. And on defense, he was looking for more. Flea flicker goes wrong for Arcadia. The pass goes into double coverage, and there's Moore again with the interception. Rushing touchdown and a pick. He's kind of like the modern-day Deion Sanders, right? He's not done yet. Another Arcadia pass. Falls into trouble, falls right into Moore's hands. If they handed out a game ball, he probably would have picked it off too. Eagles win 45-19.
Okay, and before this one, the East Eagles gathered to remember their former teammate Ricky Carrero Chico, who died in a car crash in July just after he graduated. What a moment pre-game. And to the action, Nation fell already up by 7. They add another 6 going through the air. Bennett Feinberg with a fine pass to Chase Harrison, who just gets it over the line. Cougs in control. East swings back in the second frame, giving the ball to freshman Legacy Taylor with a sweet juke. Goes 85 yards for the TD, 14-7. Taylor leaving a legacy of broken tackles. East is on the board, and the coaching staff just loves it. And the Eagles know they got something going good. Legacy Taylor again with moves out of Med and stays in bounds the whole way. He's just a freshman, folks, but Legacy is making his name known. East comes back from a big deficit to win 34-17.
And last but not least tonight, Wilson looking to get a win against Canandaigua, having a hard time moving the ball, though. Greywood's defense coming up with the stuff. Derek Smith and Reed Heagney combining to drive them back. Now, Canandaigua looking to move it now. Jaden Germany says right back at you what you can do. I can do even better, but even better than that, Caden Gullis. He's going to bounce it here to the outside, and eventually he's going to skip in for an easy 6. Canandaigua are winners, 33-0. That's our high school football tonight, guys.
Sitting here watching with my popcorn. Love it, boys.